Welcome everyone to today's lesson on Microsoft Excel, and it's a beginner class, Module 1. My name is Gabriel and I'm going to be one of your training consultants. In today's lesson, we will focus more on opening and creating of a new workbook. But before that, let's remind ourselves of some few things we did in our previous class. This section is called the ribbon, where you have all the commands and tools that will make your work in Microsoft Excel very easy. And remember, we said the ribbons are subgrouped into tabs, like the Home tab, the Insert tab, the Layout, and so on and so forth. We also said this is called a row. And a row stretches from the left to the right, and the row IDs are the 1, 2, 3. So this is row 4. Remember, this one moving up down here is called the column, and the column IDs are A, B, C, D. And where a row and a column intersect, just like this space, where a row and a column intersect is called a cell. Where a row and a column intersect is called a cell, just like here. And on top here, this very top, remember we said it's called, can you guess it? Can you try? It's called the quick access toolbar, where we can add on some of the commands that we very often use, so that no matter which tab that you're in, you can easily go there and issue that command. I hope you are very okay. Remember everything that was discussed the last time. Now let's move straight into our Excel sheet and let's focus on today's lessons. Now that we familiarize ourselves with this, we know where the ribbons and everything are. Anytime you want to open any workbook and you have this sheet, you always have to go to the File tab here. That will take you to the Backstage view. Remember, the Backstage view. So the file will take you to the Backstage view. So I have it clicked. And because you're going to open or create a new worksheet or a new workbook, there are two things that you need to focus on when you are at the Backstage view. Either the new here or the open. Let's start with the new. With the new, it means you always want to either open a new blank workbook or you want to select an existing template. Remember, under the new, you are either opening a new blank workbook, like what you see here, or you are trying to open a template so you can start working from there. Assuming we want to work with a template, let me just click on this. Good, you just click on that. I want something that has to do with personal budget. Microsoft Excel will give you this template that already has some functions, some formulas inbuilt, and the design, so that you can start working from there. So if you want to make any changes, it's very easy. I hope you got that. Very, very easy. Let's go back to the Backstage view. New. So you can work with any of the templates here. That is how to open a template from there. Or better still, you just click on the blank workbook if you want to start everything from scratch by yourself. And you have a very blank worksheet that you can work with. Let's go back to the Backstage view by clicking on the file. And the new will give us two options. Either blank workbook or we want to work with a template. However, when we want to work with an existing file that exists on our PC, then we can go to the open. Open will give you access to all the files that you have on your PC that you want to open, or any file that was recently opened. Let's move to this space here. It shows where you have recent, you have OneDrive, personal, you have PC. The recent will open on this space any file that was recently opened. So you can see mine here were recently opened. And it makes it also easy for you to pin any file that you know you'll be opening frequently. So assuming I want to pin this one so that anytime I come to the backstage view and I open, it will always be the first. You go to the extreme right corner here, you see the pin icon, you just click on it. It means it has been pinned as stated here. So every time this file will be there. And if you want to unpin, all you need to do is just move straight to that pin icon and just click it. Voila, and we are done. So these are the recently opened files on my PC. But if the file you want to open exists on your PC, but it wasn't recently opened, then you can either go to either OneDrive, that is if it is on your OneDrive account in the cloud, or you come to my PC or this PC, and that will give you access to all the files that exist somewhere on your PC. Better still, you can just go to browse and browse on all the files on your PC straight away. So assuming I want to open this particular file and get started, if I need to open this, all I need to do is an example. I click on it and voila, it is opened. So this is a file that exists on my PC that I want to work on. I hope we are good today. Before we end, let's have a recap of all that was discussed today. Remember, we said when you have a blank sheet like this and you want to open a file, a new file, all you need to do is go to the file, click on the file. That will take you to the backstage view. And when you have new will give you access to either a blank workbook or an existing template. If you use the open will give you access to documents, files, Excel files that already exist on your PC or on your OneDrive account. But over here in the left pane here, the recent will give you access to all the files that were recently opened on your PC. However, you can use the pin icon to pin any file here so it remains there anytime you want to have access to it, or use the same pin icon to unpin. The OneDrive account, if you click on it, will give you access to all the files that is saved in your OneDrive account. And this PC will lead you to the PC. However, you can always use the browse and go straight to your PC and select any folder and drill down to the file you want to open, just like I have done here. Thank you for today's class. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section below, and any of our data analyst or training consultants will get back to you. See you in our next class. Bye.